Shift that a little. Hi, I'm Abigail Eschelbach with Allen County Right to Life. We're living in a strange time. Lies are being peddled as truths, and I suppose that isn't new, but then the lies are exposed as such, and I would expect, as I think all of you would, that the liar would lose their friends. That's not been the case with Planned Parenthood, at least not thus far. On Wednesday, the House Energy and Commerce Committee's Select Investigative Panel had a hearing following an examination of fetal tissue research, which involved Planned Parenthood. The investigation and panel, as you know, were prompted by the videos from the Center of Medical Progress. The hearing's video is 3 hours long and in some places very hard to listen to. The first hour is made up of Democratic representatives, Schakowsky and Deghetti, trying to discount the materials used as exhibits in the hearing. Schakowsky at one point says, Mr. Daleiden's videos are not accurate or reliable, and they do not show the unlawful sale of fetal tissue. And then she talks at some length expounding on that statement. Naturally, I was curious to see if that statement was rooted in fact, so I Googled it. I found an article at Breitbart.com which quoted Fusion GPS, the company Planned Parenthood hired to do a forensic analysis of the, quote, highly edited and highly manipulative videos put out by David Daleiden. The article reads, the first analysis was performed in mid-August at the behest of Planned Parenthood that hired Fusion GPS, the company of a Democratic operative. Though the report found multiple edits to the videos, the analysis did not reveal widespread evidence of substantive video manipulation. A second forensic analysis done on the raw footage by Coal Fire Systems Incorporated also indicates that the video recordings are authentic and show no evidence of manipulation or editing. One might ask then, why would Representative Schakowsky and her colleagues cling to the position that Mr. Daleiden's videos are not accurate or reliable? Enter Newsbusters. An article published on their website in November of this past year starts like this. It's called Following the Money Trail, and the media should do more of it. The article then proceeds to expose a tie between the Democratic representatives appointed to that select investigative panel, whose hearing was Wednesday. The article lists each of the representatives' names, followed by the amount of money they've received from Planned Parenthood since 1998, according to the Center of Responsive Politics. I'll highlight the two that did the most talking at the beginning of the hearing. Representative Jan Schakowsky, since 1998, has received $11,865 from Planned Parenthood. Representative Diana Deghetti has received $36,735 from Planned Parenthood. Interestingly, Representative Deghetti, who made the ardent case that none of the provided exhibits were reliable, admitted in 2011 that she was a member of the board of directors for the Colorado Planned Parenthood for several years during the 1990s. I encourage all of you to take a look at the reports, at the hearing, at the videos, at the payouts, and be informed about what's really going on. Unfortunately, Planned Parenthood isn't active only at our national level right now. The abortion giant is wrapped up in a lawsuit in our own state over a new law Governor Pence signed in March, HEA 1337. Google that phrase, and your page will be flooded with angry articles decrying the law. I read through 7 of them yesterday, and what baffles me is what they cite as being so horrible. Here are a few quotes. Nuvo.com complains, Indiana does not allow a fetus to be aborted solely because of the fetus's race, color, national origin, ancestry, sex, or diagnosis or potential diagnosis of the fetus having Down syndrome or any other disability. Petitions.moveon.org also has their issues with the law. They're disgusted that HEA 1337 requires the state health department to develop information about perinatal hospice care for people whose pregnancies have been diagnosed with a lethal fetal anomaly. This is a hard and heartbreaking time for people, they say, and the information they receive should support them in making the best decisions for themselves, their health, and well-being. The same website also claims that HEA 1337 adds racist and judgmental prohibitions. The writers of the petition are angry because we're giving women more information, more time to think, more respect, and trying to protect people from discrimination. Last time I checked, those were all good, upright, and moral things to do. All the things that liberals claim to do, they should be thrilled that we're helping them. But they aren't thrilled, far from it, and we knew that they wouldn't be. Instead, they're spending money and time in a lawsuit represented by American Civil Liberties Union, arguing that we who are older are more valuable than those who are younger. Indiana Representative Sean Eberhart has been quoted all over the place as saying that HEA 1337 was a perfect example of a bunch of middle-aged guys sitting in this room making decisions about what we think is best for women, end quote. Rep. Eberhart also claims that he is, quote, as pro-life as they come, end quote. But he has missed what 1337 is about. Ask a man or woman from Silent No More Awareness Campaign, giving women truthful information, for example, about hospice care for her unborn child, which allows her to avoid abortion and so avoid high risks of future miscarriage, breast cancer, substance abuse, and depression is a kind thing to do. And a bunch of middle-aged guys sitting in a room making decisions that prevent discrimination against people who have no control over their circumstances is also a kind thing to do. But more importantly, it's the just thing to do. I'm sure that you've seen the pro-abortion advocates' rallies over HEA 1337 in the news. Thank you for coming out today and declaring with me that all humans are created equal and deserve protection.